Hey, welcome on in, and happy holiday season to you. Hopefully, everything is going well for you. Today, we're diving into Trash Goblin because they just got a major update called the Hearthtide update. So, they're celebrating the Hearthtide festival, and with that comes a bunch of new trinkets, new cosmetics, new customers, and so much more. So, let's go ahead and dive on in. All right, so we are finally here. Now, it's interesting because in early access, I played this game quite a bit and even highlighted all the different updates that had come to the game. And I had a ton of upgrades and expansions to the shop, but then I started over when 1.0 hit, so we don't have as much. It doesn't look as fancy, we don't have super fun wallpapers or anything yet, but we are diving in because I want to see what this Hearthtide update has brought. And we are helping Donoval now with a bedpan, so let's go ahead and see what we can find. Yeah, this is probably one of the chillest things you can do, but yet so weirdly satisfying. It's just breaking these apart. Basically, what it is that this character's aunt is a person who dives down into the earth, or I shouldn't say person, I should say goblin, who dives into the earth trying to bring up different trinkets. And so these are trinkets that were left to time for one reason or another, right? Or people just kind of throw it out. And then people come to you either looking for trinkets or looking for trinkets to be repaired. And it's really interesting because some characters are just random and will just request different random things. Other characters are very specific where you will follow their story and they will become a part of your story. It's like Donoval is a returning character who is currently looking for bedpans because cold-blooded and need to stay warm. So Donoval is putting coal in the bedpans and then putting it under their bed at night to stay warm. Now, one of the very cool things about this game is the fact that you can take all these different really unique looking trinkets and you can combine them into some massive trinket that either makes complete sense, like, oh cool, yeah, that would make sense on how you could expand this thing into another thing. And then there are times where you just Frankenstein something together and it is fantastically terrifying. But you will find all sorts of pieces and stuff. Like you could put together weapons. You'll find a pommel, you'll find a blade, and so on and so forth, and be able to put all those together. There are daggers, there are rapiers. Rapiers, the frog rapiers being one of the newer items. But lots of different objects. You never know what you're going to get. And there is a bit of, I guess, strategy, you could say, to this whole, like, chipping away. Because ideally, you can hit certain spots where suddenly you're like, oh, actually... like, you can hit certain spots where it's like, oh, yeah, well, actually, if I just hit right here, it'll take out 5 blocks rather than doing one by one by one. Is there anything I want to throw in there? You know what? We'll hold on to stuff. And for folks that don't know, my face is in this game. I am one of the paper doll faces, basically, as they call it, but one of the customers that will come up and buy things from your goblin if you play. So that was very cool. I just recently found out... Oh, that's right, I'm out of time. Okay, well, and anyway, we have to clean the bedpan. We did find it for Donoval, though. Let's go ahead and take a nap. Yeah, it's very cool. So my face is in here, but then also pieces of my face will then be put into their sort of random customer generator, their paper doll system. So you might see my eyes on a character, my nose on a character. Pretty neat. I've really liked this game. I think it's a really, really fun, chill title. Sometimes it's a little hard to create content around just because it is so chill. Like, you kind of just want to relax and play it. Especially once you're done with the story. Like, once you've, like, met a lot of the characters and gone through their storyline, at that point, it's just a lot of, like, just customers coming in for random things, and you're just slowly trying to expand your shop at that point. Okay, sounds toasty, so we'll get to that. I'm actually not sure how long the story is now. Like, the actual, like, sort of story campaign, I think, was just a few hours. But you get a ton of gameplay because of just the number of items, the number of randomly generated people, customers that will come, and then, of course, you just working toward all the different expansions and cosmetic unlocks. Yeah, all these shelves I can buy now, which is really cool to see. There were a few in early access, but we have a lot more storage now as time has gone by, which has been really cool. Also, I love this little touch. It keeps with the theme, and it's just very clever. So that way you can see your current customer, what they're looking for, and then from there it'll check mark once you've completed it. And you can just hide it out of the way if you want to. Do I want another shelf? Could also do a bigger soak tub. That would be cool. Less to have to worry about. And actually, because of the bubbles, that means that they are fully clean, so we can take those out. So, here, you go there, you go there. Yeah, feeling good about that. All right. Donovan! I got you. Oh, that's right. Have to... Can I click? There we go. That expression is the best. I love it. Donoval's delighted. Here is 56 gold. Success for Donoval. Farewell to the Goblin. Yeah, I will say the characters are great. They have such great energy. They are very much unique characters. Like Donoval is Donoval. This other person's other. You know, like they're very unique to themselves, which is great. Froggins, so you're the goblin Eamon's been bragging about to Mr. Crunch. How can I help? Let's call this a test run. If you can restore this hairpin with an acceptable level of skill, Mr. Crunch might have more business for you. Restore? Yes, clean this hairpin and then find a suitable hairpin tassel to attach to it so that you'd never know it was broken. You'll need to give the whole thing a clean, too. Mr. Crunch is a stickler for cleanliness. Leave it with me. Oh, and let you take Mr. Crunch's merchandise out of my sight? Ha! I'll wait right here. Well, that's kind of what I meant, just I need it so I can work on it, my dude. Okay, so there it is there. Actually, do I have a tassel? No, calligraphy pen. They've added so many items to this game, too. It's crazy. Yeah, just a hairpin, but no tassel. I don't think. Yeah, okay. So we'll have to work toward that. Let me look at some upgrades, because we do have almost 9K. Let's do the pin board. Yeah. Hanging plant. The care label says unkillable, but there's only one way to find out for sure. Trust me, with my luck, I'll unfortunately find a way. I'm one of those people who always want a bunch of plants, but one is the fact that I always have pets, and so they always try to eat them, which is never good because many of them are poisonous. And even then, they just find a way to die, whether it's like, okay, you don't have to water this that much. Great, I won't, and I'll do it on a schedule, whether it's every 2 weeks or every month or whatever, and yet somehow it finds a way to die every time. Without fail. Okay, so we'll expand that. We'll expand the bench. Display mat, sure. Let's do that. This is interesting, the display mats. So you can actually put something on display that people can see as well? Or maybe something you just find really cool? I'm curious on that. I'm not actually sure on what those are specific to. I guess just purely display, but oh, that's cool. Okay, candle. You light up my life. Yes, you do. Okay, hairpin, check. Let's clean it. Actually, you know what? By the time we find the tassel, we could probably just soak it. Because I have a feeling a day will probably go by, if not sometimes longer, depending. Wait, what are you? Candle holder. Okay, you're a new object. At least for me, you're new. Yeah, it used to get a lot of the same items because just early on the loot pool wasn't as large. But now it's like, wow, that's new, and that's new, and that's new. It's like, it's so cool to see. Yeah, I would say if you're looking for like just a very chill, cozy game that's cute, has, you know, like lighthearted story, and just really neat elements to it, I would definitely recommend this game. Oh, of course we find the hairpin tassel now, but it has to be cleaned anyway, so let's soak that. Those would be good by tomorrow. Is there anything else we want to handle? I mean, we could clean some things. Let's put the bottle in here in the pay what you can. There we go. The pay what you can is kind of nice because if you're coming across a specific kind of item that just doesn't seem to be selling, you can just stuff it in there. You won't get as much as if you sold it, but it's something. So that's at least nice. You know, it's interesting. I've always thought about it, but not to the same degree, that items in games really do help tell the story of the world that you're in. And especially like when you play like a Souls game, when you have all those different unique weapons and armors and stuff, you're relying on that lore, you know, both what's seen but also what's kind of attached to it in sort of like a flavor text or whatever. But in this game too, it's like so powerful what you learn about the world, because you never step out of the shop. And so you're learning everything through what people give you and what you come across for items. And so there's so much storytelling there, which is really cool. And that's where just detail is really important. I know sometimes it can be hard, especially if you're like say a solo developer or something. Resources, one being time, is definitely part of it. You know, if that's not your forte too, if you're more of a programmer than you are an artist or something, but it's so important if you can really just get some details, even if it's something from a shop, but you're able to manipulate it a bit. I think that can be huge. Like if you get something off from an asset store, there's nothing wrong in that, but it's what you do with it, right? And I think if you can even just manipulate it a bit and put in personal details and think about like, how does this tell the story of my world? You just get so much more engagement from players that way. We sold the bottle. All right. Oh, interesting. So now we have a reputation. Oh, okay. Mushroom, human, lizard, frog, dog? There is one sort of, I don't want to say main character, but story character that is a dog, which is great. I love that character. Goblin ideas. Oh, this is different. I've been thinking. Completing requests and selling trinkets will gradually build up reputation among the various species within Silver City. This will improve the chance of getting a tip or increasing the tip if it's given. I may even gain access to new cosmetic items. Reputation is never decreased when dismissing customers, but things can be done to gain it faster. When making a deal with strangers, it's possible to choose between two prices to offer. The market price is the standard price, giving regular gold and some reputation. The generous price awards lower gold but much higher reputation. I like that. That's also a very nice detail. And it gives you a little bit more strategy, so it's a little additional layer to make things a little bit more dynamic. It's also nice to be generous. Right back to it. Also, I like how the little introductions, goblin ideas, like this, you just had this epiphany. That's neat to see. Alright, so we are going to combine this. Pop that right on there. Complete! Hello, hello. Alright, you... hairpin... No. Wrong one. No? There we go. Evidently I had more than one hairpin, I didn't realize. This looks acceptable. I will have to take it to Mr. Crunch for a full assessment, though. In the meantime, here's 271 gold. Mr. Crunch is a generous client. Deal? Good. Roggins complete. Hey, it's Hullifer. Stores everything on his cap. I love the artwork. I think the artwork is absolutely fantastic.
Oh.
Hello, Hullifer. Ah, you are not familiar with fungal folk naming conventions. Hullifer is the name of my, soil tangle? My mycelium. I'm one of Hullifer's many fruiting bodies. Hullifer the 17th. Just thinking about many fruiting bodies. What a description. That's fascinating. I would like an item relevant to my research. It is a, how do you put it? A magic bone hat? A skull? Ah, we get closer. It uses a skull, but I require a lich crown. Fascinating cultural artifact. Radiates evil. Sounds terrifying. I would ask that you affix a natural charm to the crown to counter the worst of the bad pizzazz. Dark magic? Precisely. Leave it to me. Alright, so we need a lich crown, but we need to add a nature charm or natural charm to it. What was it? Natural lich crown. What is this? Oh, okay, it's timed? Is that what that means? Because that's new for me, at least. Say, I played a little bit after 1.0, but again, I had so many things going on with so many different new games and updates and demos and stuff. But anytime there's an update for this game, I definitely want to check it out and showcase it to you all. So that way you know what's going on with it and, you know, hopefully help you find your next favorite game. Because that's really why I do this. Both for Simulated Mind and on my other channel, Mind. That's always been my goal. Because for me, like, I grew up in the days of physical media. And I'm not trying to get all, like, old person. Like, well, back in my day. But it was such a neat experience to be able to go to a store and find something brand new. And be like, oh, wow, I never knew this thing existed. You know, or I didn't know this person made this movie. Or this game came out already. And it was just such a neat experience. And you sometimes just find new things. Like, you're like, oh, I never thought I'd play this. But then looking at the box art looks so cool. And reading the descriptions. And, like, seeing what's inside the actual packaging and stuff. Like, there was something unique and special about it. And it really helped me to find my favorite titles I never otherwise would have. But that's not really a thing now in the digital age. And so you're relying on just a lot of marketing, but a lot of the marketing isn't always on point, isn't always showing accurately how the game will be. And that's not so much a dive, per se, at developers or anything, and publishers and whatnot, but just how it is right now in today's game industry. And so I love to showcase off games and hopefully help you find something that you'll be happy with. All right, so we're going to chip away at this. Hopefully we can find that charm. If not, that's okay, though. Two Lich Crowns for the price of one. All right. Well, you can stay over there. Okay, maybe not. That's where the bag spawns. Let's put you there. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm hearing that money. Aha. Well, there we go. 4 gold. We could have gotten more for the bag, quite a bit more, but again, it's just quicker, easier. You make a little bit of something while clearing out your inventory, making room. You know, one thing, I really want to start going to gaming conventions again, because it's been a bit. Because I love going to the live events. Then again, many of them are getting canceled or having issues just trying to get people in at times. But, yeah, just, it's so much fun, at least when they have, like, indie devs there or even AAA devs, if they just are really passionate about their project. It's so much fun to talk with them and meet them and be like, oh yeah, no, they're actually really, you know, like the people behind this game or that game are super nice and friendly and really passionate about what they're doing. And it's always really nice to get to know people behind the game. And personally, I believe that authenticity needs to carry through in communications from developers, from publishers, but a lot of the bigger publishers sometimes miss the mark with that, or, you know, developers kind of miss the mark with that because they're worried. They're worried about putting themselves in front of people and stuff because it can also go very south very quickly. But having some bit of authenticity can make us that way. If you're having a hard time with the game, maybe there are changes that were made that just people are not liking, at least they've gotten to know you and they can go, but you mean well and you are really trying. And so it's okay. And, you know, later big issues don't become that big anymore, which is really nice. And I will say, like, the team behind this game are the folks that I've spoken with, very, very nice. Really, really good folks who just really love this title and really want to put out, you know, good things. And are listening, like, the amount of updates that they did this game in early access based on player feedback is fantastic. Like, really, really, really impressive. While continuing to, like, try new things and different things that fit thematically with the game itself. Like, just really, really, really cool things. I think that's one of the neat things about playing a game in early access as well, is at times you get to see that growth. You know, hopefully it's growth. Hopefully positive changes, positive updates and stuff happen. It's not always the case, but it is really neat to see that growth, though, and be like, oh, wow. There we go. That should be the charm. All right, we have you. We need to give you a sponge bath. And then, if I remember right, this is called a grandma egg. That stone, creepy stone face there. And it's always funny cleaning one of those up because you're just giving a sponge bath to grandma. That's all I can think about. And you're doing it with what I like to call the spud sponge, because it looks like a potato. Now, just to make sure, this is the nature charm, natural charm, or whatever. Yep, okay. You are a natural charm to me. Can't you see? There we go. Holifa, the 17th. Here is your Lich Crown, maybe. Where'd it go? There we go. I was looking for the crown icon, not the charm icon. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. My research only... Yeah, did I not place it in the right spot? Hold on. There. There we go.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh, that's exactly what I need. And you'll want some common currency. How about 440 gold? Deal.
40 gold.
Wonderful. I can't wait to compare this with the scrolls. Please don't summon anything. I highly recommend watching The Evil Dead, okay? Where do I... There. Fun guy stranger. Oh, you look like a pretty fun guy. There's a lot going on right here. Just a whole heck of a lot going on right here. I need one human trinket, any condition. Sure. I'm glad they added in trinket. Because just saying, like, I just need one human, any condition would have been terrifying. Then again, I'm a trash goblin, so whatever. Artisanal hand. I love that. 100% organic, artisanal. Let's see, mushroom doll cap. That's a new one for me. Looks like a heart. Do I want to wash anything while we get... You know what? Let's wash that. It does cost 5 gold to wash things. It's not free. But, you know, it's like the checks and balances. Like, well, you could do it yourself and use up some of the daytime that you have based on this right here. Or you could just pay 5 gold. It's like, I don't know what this is, but I want to clean it. Oh, it's like a weird doll thing. That's interesting. Okay. So, human trinket. I'm trying to think if I remember that or not the last time I played. Is it a trinket that looks like a human? Or is it just a trinket used by humans? I'm trying to remember now. If that's a charm, put you there. Very charming. There we go. G right there. Put them teeths over there. Oh god. So, for folks that have been following the channel pretty consistently, I've talked at length at times about the number of pets that we've had in the, you know, like in the past couple months. You know, like right now we have, what is it? We have 2 rabbits, 3 rats, and we have 1 cat. We used to have 2, but unfortunately one recently, well, like a couple months ago, passed away. And then we have had 2 dogs. Well, we ended up getting a 3rd dog not that long ago. Because it was so strange. Like, it's such a sweet dog and such a pretty dog and seems to be trained to a point, like understands certain commands, has been around humans, and just no one wanted her. No idea why. It was the strangest thing because she had been there for like a month. Whereas other dogs had gone so much quicker. And they were, and these dogs being like around the same age too. Mind you, a lot of people love going for puppies, of course. But like just a 3-year-old. Not that old at all. Friendly, great with kids. No one was picking her up though. It was so strange. And so we're like, all right, let's do it. And because my partner saw the dog online and just fell in love. Hey man, what's going on? But we found out that the dog has an overbite. So she's just all teeth. Just all teeth. When you really look, like from the top down, when you're looking down at her, you can't tell. But if you're like laying down and she's over you and you look up, you're like, oh yeah, hi. Nothing but teeths. We've had another stock delivery, and this time I've managed to arrange a little something extra. From now on, I'll plonk any tools that cross my path on this nice display here, and you can buy them from me. I guarantee I'll ask for a fair price and that they'll all be upgrades from your current set. Honestly, thanks, Eamon. So we could get the cycler upgrade, right? Purchase 2 for 0 gold. Oh, yeah. Of course I'll get that. Okay, then we'll see more as we go. Like, we'll get an upgraded sponge, an upgraded chisel, and so forth. Yep, you're still here. Human charm, huh? I'm like trying to think of... We have a human mask. Is that good enough? All right, Lich Crown, what are you? I have no idea what you are. Mushroom Doll. Oh, okay. Fair. So there's got to be like a cap that you attach to that or something maybe. Or maybe it's this cap here. I'm so curious now. I kind of want to clean this just to find out. Hold on. I think it is. For the sake of discovery. And I think that's the other nice thing, by the way. The other cool thing about this game is that there's that sense of discovery with different items. Like, can these items be combined? Because you can't combine all items. Like, not all items are equal, I guess, in that sense. Where it's like, oh, this will just combine with every single item you have. It's not the case. So, that's where it's like, oh, well, what will combine and how and where? And always interesting. Okay, and where's that doll? What'd I do? Oh, right there. Yeah, you totally have to go together, right? Boop. There. Hell, now it just feels complete. Oop, how do I right side up you? How do I, how do I get you right side up? Well, okay. This is weird. Maybe just a little, okay, well, fine. You do you. Let's see. Bag. Chisel time. Actually, what's really cool, too, they're looking to create a bunch of merchandise for this game. T-shirts, stickers, and the like. So that's pretty neat. Dice box lid. Ooh, cool. So from what I can tell just from playing early access into 1.0, anytime you get a story character, you will find that item within a certain period of time. Like, it won't take too long at all. But for, like, the strangers, the people who are random, that could take quite a bit, or not that much at all. Like, I've had it where, like, days have gone by, and I still couldn't find something for a stranger, so I said forget it, and I had to send them on their way. So, that does happen. So, if we can't find this human charm within a solid period of time, I will probably just turn them away. Okay, let's do that. Get that out of here. Boop, 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 boop. Wooden chunk handle. Do we want to actually clean anything? I'm trying to think if we do. Well, currently we're not making any money, so I don't really want to spend money. Slowly working through this. Yeah, and the blocks are different. So the blue ones you can consider like very fragile, like glass or ice. So they'll go down in one hit. The yellow ones take a little bit. Gray ones take a little bit as well. The purple ones, you have to find the weak point, and then you can clear it out. So it's like an interesting mini game, you know, that gives you a fair bit of variety. You have to kind of think about what you're doing. And then when you get blocks with this symbol here, that means that the item is there. So the item is within these, like, 4 cubes. Okay, that is, I think, part of an acorn thing. Alright, we're at end of the day. Let's go ahead and rest. So far, human reputation's up to 2. Lizard reputation is almost to 2. Frog is about halfway there. Mushroom is almost to 2. So, slowly but surely. Alright, new day. So, continue on. Day 14. Oh, well, that dude's gone. Donovan! Hello to the Goblin! Donovan, need another bedpan? How did the Goblin know? Goblin intuition. Donoval's very impressed. Yes, a third clean bedpan will take Donoval's bed nest from mild to spicy hot. I'll call you when it's ready. Alright, digging up another bedpan. Nothing in here. No. Oh, yeah, that's right. You'll have... So you can see your reputation in this booklet as well. Valued clientele. All the different characters that you've had, I guess. Or are these people like supporters? Maybe these are supporters of the game. Probably supporters of the game, I would assume. That's really cool. So value clientele there. God, so many people. That's awesome to see. Very cool. Look at all those names. It just keeps going. All right, cool. And then you have reputation. You have Trinketpedia. So everything you've discovered, cleaned, upcycled, and sold. So like we haven't upcycled a bedpan yet, or an artisanal hand. All right, so nothing in there. So let's go for bedpan. Oh, what is that? Mushroom doll left arm. Oh, okay, so this thing has arms. Well, fantastic. We'll just put that right there. Actually, you know what? We'll soak you. There we go. You know, I really never thought I'd play a game where a core item is a bedpan. Never. Even like all the horror games I've ever played where it happens in a hospital, you never see a bedpan. No bedpans involved. But yet here, we have them. Boom, there we go. And we have plenty of time to clean this. Get some cleaning ASMR going on. There we go, Donovan. that look every time. Donovan is elated. Here's 56 gold. Success for Donovan. Yeah, I was just thinking, we have to clean dirty bedpans. Hey, lizard kind are happy with us. Rep 2. Check in, check. Oh, my Sal, that's right. I love the look of this character. So neat. It's a bit bright up here. It can be. I'm more used to the dark caves around the chasm. But it's good to see how the other half lives when they aren't on one of my tours. You give tours? Yes, the chasm has many caves that are full of history. And some people are curious in seeing what's under their feet. That sounds interesting. Yeah, it's not without risk, but we don't go too far down. That's more the realm of the Delvers. Oh, my auntie's a Delver. I know, I encountered her while on one of my tours. Very memorable. She certainly is. I wonder if we ever get to meet her. Because I've never heard anything update-wise about that character being included. In fact, she mentioned your new shop, which is why I'm here.
Yeah.
One of my tour group got a little excitable after seeing a little borrower. They dropped one of my lanterns and it rolled into the chasm, so I need a replacement lantern, only a goblin lantern. They give off just the right amount of light for the tours. That sounds good to me. Alright, let's see if we can find a goblin lantern. And I will say some of the stories thus far still are consistent with the ones that we experienced in early access. But of course, more characters were added on, more story elements to each character were added on. But like, I definitely remember doing my cells stuff. Oh, okay, mushroom right doll leg. There we go. Evidently, we're putting together a whole doll. Why? Because we can. A tooth. Now, of course, a tooth you can put into dentures, which we have over here. And there, you'll notice, too, if you look at it close enough, there's like a little hole area for that tooth. Yeah, right there, actually. You can see it. Yeah, I was saying, actually, talking about teeth, our new dog, Sojin, or we call her Soso for short. But yeah, she has a bit of an overbite. We did take her to the vet just to verify, because overbites can cause issues, especially when the dog is younger, with how they eat and how, you know, they're able to chew and stuff like that, and where bacteria sort of gets into parts of the mouth. But luckily, the vet looked at her and said, nope, looks super healthy, good to go, no problems. Like, okay, good. Because believe it or not, and I had no idea until I looked this up, there are braces that you can get for dogs. And so you can actually get braces for your dog to correct that overbite. Now, I don't know how much they are. Kind of scared to find out, to be honest with you. But yeah, the vet was like, oh no, she doesn't need them. She's gotten used to it. She's grown up. She has her adult teeth in now. They're not going to change. Like, she's totally fine. So I was like, okay, good. Because we wanted to make sure that she got looked at, because you never know, you know. And also because she had a really bad cold, and she still kind of does, unfortunately. She's getting through it, though. They put her on antibiotics and a steroid, and so doing much better now. But yeah, she was so sneezy. I felt so bad for her. This goblin lantern will do nicely. 112 gold sound fair to you? Deal. Oh, the hearts are new. I'm not used to seeing that. That whole rep build, though. Wonderful. When I next see your auntie, I'll tell her how helpful you've been. Thanks. Yep, so when we see the hearts, that means we've leveled up rep. Awesome. All sales final, no returns. Oh, hi, Eamon. How's it going? Just hanging out? Creepily watching me? Ah, I see. You have an upcycler 3 for 3 for 250 gold. Yeah, let's do it. Boom. All right. Upcycler 4, 250. Well, let's just keep going. If we can keep going, let's go. How high can you go? 5? You can hit 4 sockets. Wow. Sure. Really, what I want is a sponge and a chisel upgrade. I had them in early access, but also it's so neat to see that the visuals of the items change. You can keep going. Upcycler 6, 5 sockets for 750 gold. Access to 5 upcycling sockets. This feels overpowered. You know, I'm not sure actually how to get to the customization, because I wanted to see all the festive stuff, like the wallpapers and all that, but we might not be far enough in the story yet, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I used to remember... Yeah, because this just spins you around. Right round, baby, right round. Because I feel like it was a button next to here, but I'm not seeing it now. Unless it changed, but... I feel like we're getting a little bit more money than we used to, too. Which I will not complain. Not a single bit. Okay, so let's start placing some things right there. There. And we can put some things in here, too. So we need another arm, another leg for the mushroom doll. Then I think it's actually complete. Let's put this on the display mat. There we go. Anything we want to put in here? Oh, that's a succulent? Oh. Okay, I didn't realize that. No. We'll hold on to the tooth so we can finish the dentures. Hook hand. Oh, yeah, we have the hook, too. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and try one more thing here, just to see what we get. But yeah, this is the basic flow of it. You get items in, you fix them, or you add on to them. Or you chip away trying to find the item that you need. You appease people, you build up your reputation so that way you get paid more, and then you can expand your shop more. Upgrade your tools. And like I said, it's definitely one of those just chill, relaxed games that you can just get lost in and, you know, not have to stress over too much. You're not paying bills or anything like that, which is nice, right? Game where you're not having to pay bills or something like that? Wow. In this economy, it's amazing. Ooh, what is that? Sorcerer's Focus Gem. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Candle holder, sorcerer's... yeah, that one's a new one for me. So's the candle holder. That's interesting. Yeah, and then when it comes to times like this, you're either spending it purchasing upgrades or items and stuff for your shop, or you're just going through trying to clean up the stuff you do have in case someone wants it later on, or you're just trying to find more trinkets. And hopefully you'll have that perfect trinket at the end of the day that someone's been looking for. Menacing mask. I love this thing. This thing's really cool looking. Like, if there were well, I think there are actually orcs in this game. If I remember right, I think there is one that we come across. But it looks like, this looks like it would be their skull, basically. What do you want to soak? You know what? Let's soak that. We'll soak that. How many can I actually stuff in here? Just 2. Okay. But if you want to see previous gameplay, or if you want to see what early access looked like, feel free to check out my playlist on Trash Goblin. I have a whole playlist with several episodes that you can dive into. Oh, wouldn't I? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Take out these ones. Trying to find the weak points on the purple blocks. Like that one out. Yeah, some of these can be like a little puzzle. Okay, yeah, these we can take out. There we go. Boom. Human dagger blade in 3D right at our face. Not terrifying at all. Alright, end of day. Nobody's here. Except for you just staring at me, Eamon. Don't know how to feel about that. And night falls. Right back at you, Rooster. We've had another stock delivery, and I've got some more stuff you may be interested in. Thanks, Eamon. Oh, improved sponge. You know we are. We went from the spud sponge to the biscuit sponge. No. We're going quality sponge. This thing will exfoliate. Advanced sponge? Oh, nice. Okay, it's a sponge that's roped to a stick. That's basically like a handle. Sturdy chisel, yes. Oh, wow. That is, yeah, heavy chisel. No kidding. That's a weapon. That's something you're not able to take on a flight, let me tell you. So there's also a cross chisel and a lance chisel. What? I guess the lance can maybe pierce multiple? I'm curious on that. What does this do? Yeah, but I want to know what it does. Like, what's the difference between the two? I wonder if this just gets multiple in an area, so it gets multiple blocks out of the way. This gets blocks that are lined up in a row out of the way. It's the only thing I could think of. Oh, hey, you're back. Yeah, I'm going to dismiss him because I still haven't found a human trinket. All right, well, with that, I'm going to call an end to this episode, but thank you for joining me for the update to Trash Goblin. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you like what you see, make sure to check out the link in the description section of this video where you can get it for yourself. And of course, there is the winter sale going on right now on Steam. So now is a fantastic time to support some really cool devs, a really cool game, while also jumping into something fun for yourself. But take care of yourselves and each other, and I look forward to hanging out with you in the next one.